Hi, everybody. Good morning. I got my other friend. This is Shamey. Seamus is his proper name, but we call him Shamey. And he's my big lion. He's a big boy, as you can clearly see. He is a big fluffy boy and is done with that. Okay, so on we go with our book. Glasses on. Chapter 3. Let me fix those again. There we go. Ms. Child is weird. I opened my math book to page 23. Alexia skateboarded over to the desk next to me and sat down. And then she leaned over so that her long blonde hair was touching my desk. Yo, she whispered. You want a piece of gum? We're not allowed to chew gum in school, I whispered back. Yeah, so, she said. She popped a piece of gum into her mouth. Mr. Granite clapped his hands together. Okay, now we can maybe finally get to our math lesson. I glanced sideways and saw that Alexis was writing something on a little scrap of paper. She folded it up and tossed it on my desk. I opened up the note and it said, I hate math. I turned the paper over and wrote on the other side, me too. And then I passed the paper back to Alexia. Mr. Granite, said Andrea. The two AJs are passing notes back and forth. Don't be a tattletale, Andrea, said Mr. Granite. Nana Nana Boo Boo on her. In her face. I was going to say something mean, but you'll never believe who poked their head into the door at that moment. Nobody. Why would anybody poke their head into a door? That would hurt. But you'll never believe who poked their head into the doorway. It was a lady. She had something around her neck. Wasn't a necklace. It was a snake. Ah! Screamed all the girls. A snake! And they were all freaking out. I am scared, said Emily. She's scared of everything. Hello, the lady said. I'm Miss Child, and I work at the zoo. We are in the middle of our math lesson right now, said Mr. Granite. To what do we owe the pleasure of your company, Miss Child? Mr. Klutz said I could stop in and show the kids our newest friend at the zoo, said Miss Child. We named him Pumpkin. Isn't he adorable? No, said the girls. I had to admit that Pumpkin was pretty adorable, but I wasn't about to say so because I never say anything is adorable. Do you want to touch Pumpkin? Asked Miss Child. No, shouted the girls. Yes, shouted the boys, plus Alexia. We lined up to touch Pumpkin. Snakes are cool, said Alexia. I saw lots of snakes back home in Puerto Rico all the time. I thought Pumpkin was going to be all slimy and disgusting, but it wasn't. He didn't bite me or anything either. Little Miss Know-It-All Andrea must have been jealous that Alexia liked snakes because she started telling everybody all about them. Did you know that snakes are deaf? Said Andrea. They pick up vibrations through their jawbones and they smell with their tongues. Jeez, what a brown-noser. That's true, Andrea, said Miss Child. Hey, do you kids want to see something really cool? She reached into her pocket and pulled out a big, hairy spider. Ew! This is my friend Melvin, said Miss Child. He's a tarantula. You keep a tarantula in your pocket? I asked. That's weird. Spiders are gross, said Neil the new kid. I don't feel that way, said Miss Child. At the zoo, we appreciate all living creatures, large and small. Land creatures, sea creatures, meat eaters, plant eaters, creatures that fly or swim or crawl on their bellies, and blah, 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 blah. She went on and on talking about great animals, how wonderful they are, and all that Lion King Circle of Life stuff. I thought I was going to fall asleep. But then Miss Child said something that got my attention. I have big news, she said. Miss Child has a big nose? Alexia whispered. The real reason why I came here is because you have the cleanest class in the whole school. So your class has been chosen to go on a field trip to the zoo. Yay! We all shouted. All right, that is the end of chapter 3. Next up is chapter 4, My Zoo Buddy.